Welcome to another episode of Top 10 Detective, examining the big mistakes women make on a first date. First dates, the land of high hopes, sweaty palms, and internal pep talks. It's the stage where love can blossom or crash and burn in record time. While everyone knows a first date can be nerve-wracking, the goal isn't just to survive it, but to make it enjoyable, with at least a possibility of a second one on the horizon. But alas, mistakes happen, often with the best intentions. The most memorable mistakes, however, can sometimes be the ones we don't even know we're making. Here's a little guide, with a dose of humor, on how not to torpedo your first date. We're talking about the big ones, the missteps that will haunt your dating life like a pesky mosquito at a summer barbecue. So, buckle up and prepare to learn about the top 10 big mistakes women make on a first date. The list is longer than 10, and we can examine the other ones in another Top 10 Detective video. Number 10. Trying too hard. Imagine this. You've spent an hour in front of the mirror perfecting every strand of hair, applying enough makeup to rival a movie star on the red carpet, and chosen stilettos so high they probably should come with a safety harness. But here's the kicker. By trying so hard to impress, you might end up hiding the real you. There's a difference between looking nice and going overboard. True story. If you're naturally more comfy in jeans and a tee, showing up in an outfit from a fashion magazine could send the wrong message. Dating should be a what you see is what you get situation. The goal is to have him fall for you, not your glamazon alter ego. Number 9. Being fashionably late, or just plain late. We've all heard about fashionably late. But first dates aren't a red carpet event. If you're running late, say more than 10 minutes, send a quick text or give him a call. It shows you value his time and aren't playing the mysterious, "I just couldn't find my keys" card. Sure, life happens, and 5 minutes here or there isn't a deal breaker, but anything more can feel like he's been stood up. The truth is, punctuality says a lot about respect and responsibility. So, set that alarm, give yourself extra time for outfit malfunctions, and keep that first impression punctual. Number 8. Going overboard with the makeup. Yes, a dab of lipstick and a hint of blush can be wonderful, but if you walk into that date looking like a Cirque du Soleil performer, he might think he's in for more of a show than a date. Overdoing the makeup, especially with a shade of lipstick brighter than a fire truck, can scream insecurity or even send the message that you're trying a bit too hard. Plus, some guys want to see what you look like without having to chisel through layers of makeup. If your true beauty shines without all the glam, let it. He'll appreciate the real you even more. Number 7. Talking too much about money. We all know first dates are for getting to know each other, but launching into an interrogation about his income, career ladder, and bank balance? That's a surefire way to make him feel like he's on an episode of Shark Tank instead of a date. Asking about his job is natural, but leave his bank account out of it. Money talk too soon makes it seem like you're interested in his wallet more than him. There's a time for conversations about finances, but it's not on date 1. Let the relationship grow a little before delving into dollar signs. Number 6. Drinking or indulging a little too much. A glass of wine? Cheers. 3 glasses, followed by tequila shots and a vodka chaser? Not so much. There's nothing wrong with enjoying a drink to ease the nerves, but remember that alcohol lowers inhibitions, which can lead to a few overshares. It can also impair your judgment, which is never a good thing with someone you're meeting for the first time. Not to mention, sloppy drunk behavior is anything but charming. So, keep it classy, sip your drink, and stay present. It's a first date, not spring break. Number 5. Grilling him like a job interview. Let's be honest, asking him about his job is perfectly fine. Everyone's got to eat. But if you start interrogating him about his 5-year plan, his retirement fund, or his stance on baby names, things can get awkward. You're on a date, not holding a board meeting. If you're interested in his personality, find out about his hobbies, his dreams, and his favorite weekend hangout spots. Conversations like that will tell you a lot more about him than a deep dive into his LinkedIn profile. Number 4. Faking interests or lying. If you hate golf but claim you just adore watching golf tournaments to impress him, you're setting yourself up for a complicated lie. Or if you're still technically dating someone else, but insist you're single, those little white lies will add up. What starts as a tiny fib can end up complicating things later on when the truth comes out. Be honest about who you are, what you like, and where you're at in life. It'll save both of you time, effort, and potential frustration down the line. Number 3. Getting too personal too fast. This might seem contradictory. After all, honesty is important. But there's a difference between being genuine and spilling your life story. He probably doesn't need to know about your ex, your bad side, or your darkest secrets on day one. Share just enough to intrigue him, but leave something for later conversations. Sometimes there's a thrill in letting details unfold naturally. You want him to come back for date 2, not leave feeling like he just finished a therapy session. Number 2. Planning a second date before the first one is over. It's one thing to hint that you'd be interested in a second date if things go well, but already booking tickets to an event together before dessert arrives can come off as presumptuous, or worse, desperate. Let the evening flow, and if you're both interested, the second date will happen naturally. Sure, enthusiasm is nice, but let things develop at a pace that feels right for both of you. Planning the next 10 dates in advance doesn't leave much mystery for what's to come. Number 1. Going home with him. It's the end of a great date, and there's chemistry. But before you decide to hop into his car or accept that invitation back to his place, consider the importance of keeping some boundaries. Not to get all traditional, but rushing things too quickly can leave you vulnerable. Not just emotionally, but in other ways too. Plus, there's something fun about the anticipation, and letting things develop at a slower pace keeps the intrigue alive. You're better off going home, dreaming about what could be, and waiting for the next date. After all, good things come to those who wait. Okay, ladies, there you have it. These tips can help you having a better date next time. First dates can be a mixed bag. Equal parts excitement, nerves, and maybe even a little confusion. But if you can avoid these 10 common pitfalls, you're already on your way to making a better first impression. At the end of the day, just be yourself. Remember, dating is as much about finding out if you like the other person as it is about making sure they like you. And if all else fails, you'll at least have a good story to tell your friends. The key takeaway? Relax, keep it light, and remember that one date doesn't define your future love life. Just one small step in the grand, adventurous, occasionally hilarious journey that is dating. Thank you for watching Top 10 Detective, and looking forward to seeing you in another episode of Top 10 Detective in the future. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you will not miss out on upcoming videos. Please let us know which one of these mistakes you committed on your first date in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and share.